According to white supremacy media, they say that black women are one of the most highest amongst the unwanted pregnancy category. Disclaimer: there's unwanted pregnancies all over the world. White, black, Asian, Hispanic. It doesn't make no difference. Okay? Because we all know that it's not just black women walking into the abortion clinics of America. But yet, let's speak on it. And the reason why I wanted to speak about the unwanted pregnancy inside of the black community is because I heard a brother on a podcast that wanted to cast all of the fault on the women. He wanted to pass all of the fault. He didn't want to take part of the fault. He didn't want to take 20% or 10% of the fault. He wanted to put all of the fault on the women. Because he said the women are the ones that basically can say yes or no. And see, the uneducation levels in our community is getting lower and lower and lower. Because it doesn't make no difference who has the initial power of yes and no. Has nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. Because no matter what happens, you have two grown people that are about to engage in sex. Okay? Now, both of you guys have decided that you're going to have sex. Once you guys come to that agreement, you guys are both in fault to what happens thereafter. Not partly, not you, it's the man's fault, it's the woman's fault. No. It is an equal shared responsibility. You know why? Because it takes two to have a baby. A woman can't have a baby by herself, and a man can't have a baby by himself. You need two people present. That being the case, then both of those people are in fault to what happens thereafter. I don't understand the finger pointing that is going on between black men and black women. I don't get it. We have so many other things to be worried about, and so other things to be concerned about, but yet we're worried about whose fault it is when someone end up having a baby that they didn't plan. Now, first of all, as a woman and as a man, if you don't want to get pregnant, it's up to you as individuals to make sure that don't happen. It is a woman's duty to make sure that she doesn't get pregnant, and it is a man's duty to make sure he don't get her pregnant. Okay? It is a two-party decision. And yet, in 2023, we still have black men and women arguing about whose fault it was. Arguing about who should have been able to stop it. And you know, the argument is that the woman gets to say yes, so therefore she is more in fault. There's no such thing as more in fault. You guys are both at fault. Because if a man ends up having a baby that he did not want to have, then common sense would tell you, you should have covered up. And if a woman ends up having a baby that she didn't want, then she should have made sure that guy was covered up. So nobody can escape the responsibility of an unwanted child. Nobody can escape that responsibility. And that's why I came here to give you clarity in basic common sense. And this is the very reason why I don't take YouTube serious anymore. Because the information that's going on out here is faulty. And it's just made to make ratings. Because it's all about likes and subscriptions these days. It's not about the facts. And people are talking about very sensitive situations and subjects. And they're playing around. They're playing around with fire. These are real issues that we need to attack as black Americans in this country. And you have people playing romper room with that for likes and views. When common sense will tell you, if you have common sense, that it takes two. And both are responsible because both of them have the power to stop it. By the woman telling the man to cover up, and by the man covering up on his own without being told. It's a self-responsibility, is what I'm trying to say. The responsibility of you not having a child is on you. It's not on the other partner. Because if I don't want a child, believe me, I'm going to wrap it up. If I personally don't want to have a child, I'm not going to say, well, she let me go in there raw. I'm not going to say that. Well, she let me go in there raw, so therefore it's no. It's not her fault just because she let you. You still did it. Because you still could have said no. If she said, you know what, you don't need to use a condom, you know what you should have said? Nah, I think I might need one. Because I ain't trying to get you pregnant, so I'm going to put on one. Anybody with common sense would know that. Even though you told me that I can have a free fall. Even though you tell me I can go in there with nothing. Okay? And we can roll the dice, right? I'm still not going to do it. Why? Because you're looking out for self. See, self has to look out for self. That's why neither party can blame the other party, because a woman can't blame a man for getting her pregnant because it was her responsibility of self. Just like a man cannot blame a woman for getting her pregnant. Why? Because he has the responsibility of self. And on that issue, I'm done. Wake up, realize what's going on, stop playing romper room. We have too many things going on as a people to be tackling than to be arguing over whose fault it is when we have an unwanted child. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, and people, please use common sense.